Hey everyone, welcome to Grade 5 Social Studies class review on the topic of map skills. This is covering information that we discussed at last Thursday's Zoom meeting. So again, the learning goal. This is what I expect you to be able to say with confidence at the end of the lesson. I can identify and interpret different types of maps and geographic tools. So not only do I want you to be able to identify or tell me the different types of maps, but I also want you to be able to read and understand them. So first, what is a cartographer? So in the last video, we learned about what are maps and what are the different parts of a map, but who makes maps? A cartographer is a map maker, and they create maps for a purpose. And these maps, all maps, represent the time, place, and culture in which they were created. So maps are created for a specific purpose. There is a variety of different types of maps, and I went over some of them in the last video. Okay, so there are hundreds of different types of maps. Some of them we'll talk about in this presentation, and others we will discuss throughout the rest of the school year. So again, cartographer is a map maker. So the three types of maps that we discussed in class. Political map. A political map shows the boundaries and locations of countries, states, and major cities. So it focuses on those political boundaries. So the map of the continent of Africa that I'm circling right now is a political map. And it solely focuses on identifying or showing you where the different countries in Africa are located. The next type of map is a physical map. A physical map shows the physical features of an area, such as oceans, seas, islands, mountains, lakes, rivers, and deserts. So it shows the physical features of an area. So if you look again at this map of the continent of Africa, you see that the oceans are more detailed with dark blue, light blue. It shows the deepness of the ocean. The darker the blue, the deeper the ocean. You see the browns. You see browns and greens that represent elevation, how high places are above sea level, as well as a desert is in a basin are labeled. You have lakes that are labeled. All right, focusing on the physical features of the area. So political map, physical map, and the third type of map is a special purpose map. And a special purpose map shows the location or distribution of human and physical features. An easy way to say this, a special purpose map can show anything. All right, it can be a human feature, such as population, religion, language. economics, but it also can show physical features such as climate. So I have a couple different types of special purpose maps. Here's a climate map of Africa. Here's a population density map of Africa. Population density is simply the dark on this map in particular, the darker the color, the more people that live in the area. Population density is the amount of people per square mile of land. And then there's a map of which countries are high priority countries that have the most risk of coronavirus. So see, maps can be about anything, and those are special purpose maps. All right, the ones that have special topics. All right, so political map, physical map, special purpose map. There are also some other geographic tools. Cartographers have other geographic tools they use to gather and analyze information in order to make maps. So cartographers use these three types of tools in order to make more accurate maps. So they use aerial photographs, and this is a photo of the land taken from a helicopter, airplane, or satellite. The greater heights makes it easier to see the main features of a place. All right, so if you look at the photo on the screen, from that high in the air, you can see where are the trees located, where are the houses located, where's the pond located, and you're able to use that information, cartographers are, to make more accurate maps. Another geographic tool is a digital satellite images. Images taken by satellites in outer space. These photos taken from these satellites are put together in computers to make a digital image. All right, so they use these satellite images to make a complete digital image. And these are used in Google Maps. So if you or your parents use Google Maps, they use digital satellite images to create these maps. And the last type of geographic tool is a geographic information system. And this is a specialized map. And in a GIS, computers capture, store, and display info at each location. By clicking on the location, the viewer is able to find info about it. So, and I'll show you an example in a moment, but a GIS is a map that has multiple layers. So you can see multiple sets of information on a single map. GISs are used by fire and emergency workers to quickly find needed information about pipelines, power lines, and sewers. So, for example, if a house is on fire, firefighters need to know where are the gas lines and the power lines are for safety purposes. So they can pull up the GIS of an area and see where are these power lines and gas lines located quickly. And so here's a GIS, an example, a very basic example. So you have a base map. So you have a map that shows all the information. And then you can go through the different layers of that base map. So there's a layer of what does this area look in real life? Where are the buildings located, the roads located, the houses located? And then they had to have a land cover. All right, how is the land being used? Demographics, so they can use the information of the population. Where's the older population? You know, what's the average age of this community? What is the average gender of this community? And so on. The wetlands, they can, on the same map, they can show demographics, but they can also show where are the wetlands located. What's the elevation like? Where's the high points and the low points of the same city? They could have political zoning. Okay, this section of the city goes to one elementary school. This section of the city goes to another elementary school, and so on. All right, so one base map has a bunch of different layers of information within it. That is a GIS. All right, that is not the end yet. I forgot one map, so let me go real quick. It's a very special map. It's a globe. And a globe is a special kind of map. It is round, three-dimensional, and represents the entire Earth. And you've all probably seen what a globe looks like. Now, there's some good things. There's some advantages about a globe. A globe is a better model of Earth because Earth is round, right? Earth is not flat like a map. Earth is round like a globe. So it's a better model, a better representation of Earth. A globe can also represent long distances more accurately because it is round, because it is the shape of Earth. Distances are more accurate on the globe. Now, there are some disadvantages of a globe, some not so good things. Number one is not as much detail can be shown. Okay, so it's very difficult to read. You can't do specific information, right? You can't tell the most practiced religion in Africa on this map. You can't go into great detail. And also, globes are very difficult to carry. Try carrying around a globe in your pocket. It's not happening. Okay, so difficult to carry. So that is the end of this review video. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. That is why we have Academy Plus time and Friday office hours.